22 men ready to do battle. It's time to dance. And we are underway from Pittsburgh. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. So here comes the Packers offense now onto the field. And leading them out, their signal caller now in his 4th season in the NFL.
Well, he did go 2-2 in the last ball game. Well, actually, he went 2-2-1, with the 1 being the victory.
Yeah.
That's the bottom line there. But wasn't it funny at practice? He threw one when we were watching, threw an interception, and the defense got on him a little bit, good-naturedly. But they're letting him know, you got to cut down those interceptions. We can't bail you out all the time.
Yeah, 2 touchdowns, 2 picks. But as you said, they got the win in that effort last week. Here's Walker to start the drive. And able to break 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. The game's first play produces 6 yards. Brings up 2nd down. And, Charles, you think about what this defense has had to prepare for. They're in for a battle. I mean, they're facing a team that is working on a 6-game winning streak.
And that can be intimidating when you think about it in those terms. But I think what they need to do is make some sort of a statement early in this game, whether it's a turnover, a takeaway, a key sack on 3rd down, a 3-and-out. Something lets the other guys know that you mean business. Figuratively, throw the first punch and make it a good one.
And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. Give him the 3rd down conversion, 5 yards on the play. Walker now on 1st and 10. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. You look at this Steeler defense. They were excellent a week ago in the victory over Arizona.
Have to admit, I was extremely impressed by what I saw. They ended up getting 4 sacks in the game, stayed in the face of the quarterback the entire time, made it difficult for him to step up and find receivers downfield.
And that's what they told us this week. That pressure on the QB is key. Another 2-yard gain there, but they'll need to do better this time. It's 3rd and 6. Back to throw. Ross. And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going to go down. It'll be a loss of 8 on the sack, and it's going to lead him to 4th down. And they brought the pressure there just right up the gut, didn't they?
Yeah, they certainly did. And, you know, when you've got so many different responsibilities as an offensive line, you got to deal with the nose tackle, the 2 defensive tackles or ends, and then sometimes you just can't account for everyone. The linebacker slipped free.
They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. And he fields it cleanly. A good return there. Call it 13 yards. So the Steelers offense getting set for their first drive. And a glance here at the man calling the plays under center, their 6'4 quarterback.
I like this guy. And the reason I do, he tends to stay on an even keel. Doesn't let too much ruffle him. He will manage the game the way it needs to be managed, take what the defense gives him, and then he can strike at times. Had a touchdown pass. Yes, he had an interception last week, but he found a way for his team to win.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. And not a whole lot doing there as he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. Well, this defense for the Packers, they were very good in the win over Dallas a week ago.
Yeah, they gave up 17 points, but that's what you would consider a goal for each and every defense, because if you give up 17 points a game all year long, you're thinking you're going to be a playoff team because you expect your offense to score more than that. That's what you're looking for. Room to improve, of course, but I'd have to say a very solid performance.
The Packers bringing in an extra member of the secondary here to try for the 3rd down stop. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he will have a Steelers 1st down by about a yard as they find a way to convert there on 3rd down and 5. Well, they kept it simple there, CD, only needing the short gain to move the chain, so they didn't want to go with a deep throw. They just go with that safer, shorter throw and able to convert.
Nothing wrong with that at all, partner. Check the box, right? Make sure you pick up the first down. Offense is getting established. You're moving the ball. You're not turning it over. Check, check, check. They like what they're doing early in the game.
Give them 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. They'll keep it on the ground. Maynard, and he'll get it out to midfield. They'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. That one, a first down pickup of 8. That O-line, they cleared a big hole there on that run.
The athleticism of offensive lines continues to evolve, and we're seeing it here. Not only are they controlling things right at the line of scrimmage, but they're able to get upfield to get to what we call the 2nd and the 3rd levels. You know, get to linebacker spot, the secondary spot, getting all the way downfield with their blocking, which helps keep the running back clean.
They'll try to continue that trend here this afternoon.
Part of the thinking when you bring in extra tight ends, you're hoping that each of your guys gets those one-on-one blocks and creates a crease for your runner. But the converse is, though, you've got to win those one-on-one blocks. And when you don't, that's the result you end up with.
He's got a man. That's caught. Left sideline. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. A gain of 32 that time.
Well, we spent a lot of time exalting the offensive masterminds in this game, right? They draw up these beautiful plays. They look so perfect up on the board. But occasionally, sometimes you just say, throw it up and let him go get it. How about that play?
So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Up the middle they go. Maynard. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. Now a handoff up the middle. Maynard. And he gets it down close to the 10-yard line. It'll go as a gain of 7 on the play, and it sets up a 3rd and inches situation.
And once again, leverage wins. The offensive line, lower than the defensive front. They moved them and found some good space for the guy carrying the ball.
On 3rd down, they're going to run for it here. And the Steelers are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
That's about what you would expect since they're so efficient on picking up 3rd downs in the top 5 in the NFL. It's all a mindset, and I guarantee you it started in the offseason. 3rd down's important to them. They find a way to pick them up at a very good clip.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal. But down here near the goal line, you don't think of a cornerback in run coverage, but he made the stop.
Yeah, most of the cornerbacks we know, they want to be those pass defenders and take away one half of the field. But the best ones in the game are the complete cornerbacks, able to tackle and run support, as we just saw there.
Here's a 2nd and 7. That's to the pylon and incomplete.
It hasn't been a real good start to this game from a defensive perspective, but now after the incompletion on 2nd down, things may be changing. If they can come up with one more play, they might be able to get out of it with just a field goal attempt.
This has been a long drive. You got to figure a field goal would be a letdown. Can they convert now on 3rd and goal?
Here we go. Here we go. 57's Mike. Mike. Ray. Last 57. 57's Mike. Who that? Who that? Hey, check Mike 57. Mike 57. Ready.
Now here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete. Now a field goal forthcoming for the Steelers. And his kick is good. And the Steelers will jump out to a 3-zip lead. So an opening drive field goal maybe doesn't whip this crowd into a frenzy, but I think that they will take the early lead.
There's no doubt about it. They will always Chiefs take the early lead, and maybe that celebration comes later if they play well and they can break things open. But right now, this is all about letting the offense just get settled in.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. The Packers offense here coming back out for their second drive. The partner just looking at some of the struggles they've had this season. The playoffs are not in their future. As they start to peer toward the offseason, what moves might they make?
I think the running back position, and I know we talk all the time about the NFL being a passing league, but the teams that run the ball effectively, they're the ones that go deep into the playoffs and go to the Super Bowl. They have to upgrade here. And you and I both know in recent years in the draft, people have shied away from taking a runner early. But if there's that special one there, I say they go get him.
And he's going to bowl his way forward to the 48. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down. From the 48-yard line, here's a 2nd and 5. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Lamb, and he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. That one, a first down pickup of 8. Out of the gun, Walker with it. And he edges forward, but only gets a pair of yards out of it. And it's 2nd down. Clock running, under a minute to go now here in a fast-moving first quarter. On 2nd down, it's Lamb, and he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3. You look at this Steeler defense. Against the pass, they're toward the middle of the league, number 15 in the NFL.
I think if you talk to their head coach, you'll get a nice answer about how much he likes his team and what they're doing. But at the end of it, he would admit there's definitely room to improve.
He's got his target. That's complete. And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 28. The 3rd down conversion successful. A gain of 11. From the gun, it's Walker. And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. A great effort there with his 6th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Packers are able to answer the early 3 points and take a first quarter lead. Extra point right down the middle, and that makes it a 7-3 lead. After one, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. Second quarter action from Pittsburgh. It is the Steelers in control of the football as they've got it as we resume action. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. So Pittsburgh retakes the field for their second offensive possession. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
Takes it to the 26, just a 1-yard gain. But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
From the gun, they'll try to run it. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. This offense so far on 3rd down, they've been okay. 2 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. pass taken in by his big tight end. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. His first catch, good for 8 and a first down.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to. Pick up a first down.
On first down, Maynard. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
And able to get this one all the way up to about the 46-yard line.
That was a good run, and it got to the 2nd level. And what I mean by that is that's where the linebackers usually play. First level being the defensive front, last level being the secondary. But the strong safety position ended up making the tackle, and oftentimes we call them a hybrid. Combination defensive back, combination linebacker. We saw the linebacker make the stop.
And he will have a Steelers first down. At least it would appear that way. He didn't get it by much, but yes, they do get the conversion on 3rd and 1.
I know the game's changed. A lot of people would say it's evolved. Look, I'm a little bit Neanderthal, okay? I love this. No exotic formations, no misdirection. Just line up and run the darn ball, pick up the first down. I love it.
Yeah, 3rd and short, that's what you're supposed to do. Like you said, old school, smash mouth football. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. 7 yards there and a first down. Up the middle they go. Maynard, he'll work his way up the middle for a gain of about 4, 2nd down. So from the 37, here's 2nd down.
Watch twins. Watch twins. Back, back, back. Slam. Ready, go.
Now a handoff up the middle. Peters. And he'll get 3 down to the 34-yard line. This offense has converted 2 third downs on this drive already. This is 3rd and 4. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Peters, and he will have a Steelers first down, I do believe. Yes, he's got it by about a yard there on 3rd and 3. They had to settle for 3 last drive, hoping this second go-around ends in 6. In good position, 1st and 10. He'll get it to the 23-yard line. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. Up the middle they go. Maynard, and he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. And I think he's a guy, if they had let him walk, no one was going to be shouting from the top of a mountain, but he's a good guy. He's a good locker room guy, too.
Good locker room and a good player. I mean, he's a valuable starter for them, and if you just want to start over and maybe bring in someone new, the learning curve might be a little bit big. So it's a good job by getting him taken care of, and now they can move forward.
And he'll get this one down to about the 17. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. And they'll keep leaning on the running game back to the ground. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. Give him 6 yards on the carry. It's going to be 3rd and 3 now. Now a handoff up the middle. Maynard. And he will have the first down before he's brought down at the 3. And that gain of 9 buys them a new set of downs. So another 3rd down conversion, and now they've got a 1st and goal. Now with the play clock down to 2, we're going to get a timeout here. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter.
Set, ready, black 40. Strip that ball. Watch safety green. 52 blaster. Green jack. He's checking. Ultra.
Under pressure now, and he's going to go down. Sack back around the 8. It's a loss of 5 there on the sack to bring up 2nd and goal.
Well, that's not how you hope to draw it up there on 1st and goal, CD, by taking a sack like that.
Well, they tried to be aggressive, didn't they? They didn't want to try and work their way past the goal line. They wanted it right there on that play. Unfortunately, it backfired against them. Now they have to try and pick it up here moving forward.
And they'll get this from the 8 to the 5. Pickup of 3. They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes 3rd and goal.
Hands it off out of the gun.
And he'll get him a bit closer as he's down to the 2-yard line. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. Now a field goal forthcoming for the Steelers. From the left hash, he'll have to cut this at a tight angle. And this one is right through. And they'll get it back within a point at 7-6. So it's an old-school extra point that counts 3 times. So it's certainly a disappointment they weren't able to get it in the end zone.
Yeah, I can just imagine post-game, head coach looking at the box score, 19-yard field goal, grimacing a little bit, but having to realize that at that moment, getting 3 points was vital. Go ahead and get the points, put them on the board.
And he'll wisely just take a knee here, and this ball will come out to the 30-yard line.
The Green Bay offense now about ready to take possession here. Throwing to start the drive.
The throw here right sideline falls incomplete.
They certainly thought he had an open look beyond the first down marker to his receiver, but they just couldn't connect, and that will send them back to the drawing board.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. Looking right sideline, that's complete. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down. Operating from the gun, Ross. Over the middle, hooks up with the tight end, Bowers. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. 22 yards on the catch and run, a first down.
One of the feature points of the in route is being able to make a nice throw to the middle part of the field. And for a quarterback, that's one of the better throws and better looks that he'll...
Touchdown, Packers! A great play there. His first touchdown on the year. And the Packers will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. The extra point up and good. And the lead is up to 8. A drive there of just 4 plays. And it ends with a Packers touchdown. So the Packer kickoff team set to go as they will kick this one away. Here we go on the return from the 1-yard line. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. A look at the running back, the man out of the backfield as he gears up to go again. And I'm wondering if maybe they don't go away from him on this drive a little bit. He's been great, but they haven't scored a lot of points.
I think they still have to show him as a threat. Make sure he touches it a few times. But as you pointed out, use him as a decoy a little bit and get the ball in the hands of some other people in order to put more points on the board. But he's done a really nice job of establishing them with his running.
Yeah, he's established himself well. Now can they put more points up? And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
That's a really good gain right there. They pick up 5 yards halfway to a first down. The only problem now in the huddle, everyone's going to want to touch the football. Be a lot of chattering now because they've seen that they can move the line of scrimmage.
2nd and 5. Going down the middle, and it's complete. Down the right sideline, and he's in for the touchdown on the final play of the first half. The prayer is answered.
How did they get that done?
So they get the score with the clock at all zeros. Now, are they gutsy here in the second quarter and go for 2?
I think they go ahead and kick the ball through the post. Down 1 at that stage. Yeah, I know. No guts, no glory, right? But I think they kick it through the post. They'll feel like they're tied. They'll feel like it's an even game.
Now the try here for the extra point. And this is up and good. It brings them within a point now. It's 14-13. So a very tight first half. We had to break in a 1-point game. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. It's all down to this. Week 18 of the NFL regular season. Lots to be decided, so let's get right to it. We'll start up in the Pacific Northwest at Lumen Field in Seattle. And that's been a back-and-forth game, all tied in the second quarter. From there, we'll make the trip down to Indianapolis to check on the Colts at home at Lucas Oil Stadium. And they've got the lead in that ball game over the visiting Jaguars. The Colts seem to be on their way to what would be a good victory. Finally, let's get you to Baltimore. Check on the Ravens at home at M&T Bank Stadium. And they were losers in that one to the visiting LA Chargers. The Chargers are in need of some changes come the offseason. We know that. But they do get the victory there to give them a final record of 6-11.
Okay, Coach, thanks as always. This one's still anyone's game as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. The Steelers going to get the football first here, trailing on the scoreboard as we are back underway on EA Sports. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. The Steeler offense ready to get going to begin this third quarter.
They do trail, but they have a chance to possess the football first to try and do something about it.
And that certainly makes it something of an important drive for them, because is it going to win the game? No, but you have to do something to bring some life to your sideline.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And powering through at the 35. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
They've been running it well all game, and why not? The big guys up front, they're just having a ball creating monster holes for their guys to run through.
Now a 2nd and 2. And here's a handoff out of the gun.
And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down.
Not too many more ideal situations at 2nd and 2 in order to try and pick up a 1st down. They ran it and picked it up.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on 1st down. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Ball spotted at the 45. Here's a 2nd and 8.
Now a give right side. Maynard. Call it a gain of 5 that time, and they'll be left with a 3rd and about 4. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw.
He's to the 20. Working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. A big play there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year.
And the Steelers have taken the lead here in this 3rd quarter.
Now the extra point. And that'll make this a 6-point game. 5 plays there on that drive. And it ends with a Pittsburgh touchdown. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
And no thought of bringing this one out. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll begin the drive at the 30.
So here are the Packers now. They get set for their first possession of half number 2.
And, Charles, it feels like we're set up for a good second half here. Came out of the locker room, 1-score game. Now the lead has already changed hands. Well, this offense, they've got an opportunity right now to take that lead right back.
Yeah, and it feels like you're going back and forth almost a little bit like a tennis match, right? And we're just, our heads just keep moving. Which side has it? Which side's going to score? How are they going to go out doing it? A little bit of a challenge for each side trying to match each other.
Throwing middle, and it's complete. 7 yards there and a 1st down. Looking to throw. Ross. Walker with a grab, left side. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. And just in general, Charles, on a play like that, how tough is it for the defense to account for a running back essentially being a receiver downfield?
It's very difficult, especially if the running back has skills like a receiver, and you're aware of that before the game even begins. So throughout your practice sessions, you're going to want to be aware of him. Where is he lining up? What can he do? What kind of damage can he do to us downfield? And who can match up with him without weakening our overall defense? You're exactly right. It's a tough task to match up to him.
Oh, and the hard count might have got him. This might be a 1st down.
And that'll be a free 5 yards for the offense.
Just like a tennis match, that's just an unforced error. Stay alert, don't jump early, and give them free yardage.
They'll bring a receiver in motion right.
He's going to get it on the jet sweep.
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
Let's just make this one succinct. Nice job there. All 11 guys on defense diagnosing the jet sweep and putting it down.
Here's a 2nd and 8.
Up the middle they go. Lamb. And he'll be brought down at about the 42.
During that run, an injury here. We got one of those big blockers in some discomfort.
And this is certainly not what you want to see in the final week of the year. We'll be back. And now on 3rd down, they'll need to get it to the 36 to pick up the first. Back to throw. Ross. Over the middle, complete. It's Bowers.
And he's going to have a Packers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
They'll run on 1st down. It's Lamb. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
Second and 6.
Looking to throw. Ross. And a quick throw here. That's complete.
Well, there wasn't much there with that hitch route. They didn't gain what they expected. But sometimes when you call a hitch, you really don't have an alternate to go to. You don't have a second route to throw it to. So sometimes you have to rifle in there and hope for the best.
And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down. And his kick is indeed good. And that cuts the lead down to just 3, 20-17.
So the response to that touchdown on the other side to begin the 3rd quarter. Look, just 3 points, but still a response nonetheless.
You're exactly right about that, because I think you needed to answer back with something, even though it's not 6. Just enough to send the message that says, hey, we're not going away.
And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25.
Out comes the Steeler offense now, ready to see what they can do here. They'll start on the ground here on 1st down. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down. They had 3 tight ends in on that set, and they were really good at blocking for their running back.
And give them a lot of credit, because in football nowadays, tight ends coming out of college often don't block very often. These guys have really developed into superior blockers, and that's why they use them in this formation so often.
80 yards rushing for him now in the ball game. In need of only about the length of the football here on 2nd down.
One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Packer pressure, and down he goes. That one will set him back nearly 10 yards here on 1st down on the sack. I don't think that was a blitz, was it?
No, not at all. I mean, there was no blitz called on the play. Had other responsibilities, but he saw an opportunity, saw a path, and he took it.
Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And that'll make it 3rd and 13.
Going to throw right side here, complete. And he will have a Steelers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Whenever we talk about moving the sticks and controlling the football, there's a great example right there. Those are the 3rd downs you need to convert to win football games. We're in the 3rd quarter of this one, and this is a tight one. In order to maintain pace, keep the ball away from the other team, and put points on the board, those are the plays they need to continue to convert.
They run on first down, but it only produces a gain of 2. It's 2nd down now. This is 2nd and 8.
Fight, 97. Check, smash, ready.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Looking middle, and that's complete. And this will go as a gain of 7 as he gets it to the 30-yard line. So the completion good for 7 there. And that'll leave him with a 3rd and just a yard. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. The offense on 3rd down, they've been tough to stop. 8 for 10 so far. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. And he's got the first as they'll bring him down at the 28-yard line.
Well, it is our business to analyze what we saw out there, and on that play, I saw a defense staying in base, not taking a chance, not blitzing, in a situation where they absolutely need the football back. That's either a case of overthinking it or not thinking it through.
If you do blitz, do you have to be careful about where you're coming from, or are you just coming from all angles?
You have to be careful about where you're coming from, obviously, but at this stage, you have to take a few chances as well.
And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. So from the 26-yard line, here's 2nd down and 8. Not liking the look. They'll change the play. On 2nd down now, Maynard, and they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. That one a first down pickup of 8.
I think there's a fatigue factor that's kicking in defensively. You know the will is still strong, but I think the offense is starting to bend it just a little bit, don't you?
Yeah, absolutely. It's looked that way. We'll see if they can continue this already strong drive. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Now a handoff up the middle. It's Peters. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. Gets a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. Nothing doing there as the 13th play of the drive proves to be unlucky. They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL. And he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, as many times as you're going to carry the ball, you should be able to carry it one more time, so make sure you get in shape.
And he's got his man on the out route. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. So the completion good for just 3. And it'll be 4th down. And his kick is good. And that will double their lead as it's up to 6. So they get the 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough?
Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, they're a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, those would be big half-moon grins right now because they'd feel a whole lot better about their position.
And a touchdown in the other direction, all of a sudden they're down.
And a nice return sets them up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
Now come the Packers for their next drive as we take a look at the playoff race in the NFC coming into the weekend.
Well, here we sit, Week 17. Just one more week in the regular season after this one. So if you're one of these teams trying to make a move and improve your spot or jump in from the outside, Charles, you better make that move now.
And these final games are often a good barometer for all those teams fighting for position or a wild card spot. They have to be able to get the job done these last 2 weeks before things get even tougher when the playoffs officially begin. That certainly appeared to be a play call where they were just trying to make second down, second and short. I think they thought the coverage was off a little bit more than it was. Nice job there pressing up on it and forcing the incompletion.
Now a nice throw here right side. He hauls it in. 5th catch of the afternoon, and that gives him a first down.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, and we watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line.
Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down. Back to throw again.
That's into the hands of his tight end, Bowers.
And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. 13-yard gain yet again, just like last play.
To win any route, you've got to break down the defender, and that's exactly what happened here on this really nicely executed curl route.
They'll look to throw again. And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going down. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack. And he was plus 5 seconds there with the football. Is there a time that a quarterback has to get rid of it?
Somewhere generally around 3 seconds. So just like we're playing in our turkey bowl, right, in our backyards, 1 Mississippi, 2 Mississippi, 3 Mississippi, that ball better be gone because anything past that, that's usually the end result.
So just 3 yards on the completion there. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here. Back to throw. Ross. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Well, I think we were both wondering if we were going to see them try and push it deep downfield, facing a 1-possession deficit late, and they certainly didn't disappoint. They gave it an effort.
So the field goal unit is on the field as this is a big spot right here. And this won't get there, won't be on line either. It's no good, off to the right, and the deficit will stay at 2 field goals. Well, just kicking a field goal there, that's a decision that could be open to second guessing. You know, you're trying to get back within a field goal, but it didn't work out as planned.
And now you're banking on your defense to be motivated enough to get out there and get the ball back for you. I think if that ball goes through the post, the defense is naturally motivated, even elevated in their mission. Now they've got to find a way to dig down deep and get it done.
Well, they nearly sprung him that time as he takes this all the way down to the 37.
It's a Pittsburgh first down, a gain of 13. I'm guessing you'd say that. This is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
And they'll accept that penalty.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Throwing left side here, and it's complete. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. Call it a game.
Matt LaFleur loudly voicing his objections. Winds up a very good call there defensively to challenge that one, as that now will wind up an incomplete pass.
On second down, it's Peters, and he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3. Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And that is incomplete, but a penalty flag coming in. This could be a first down.
So pass interference to call, and that does not look to be going over too well on the defensive side.
Or on their sideline, because I believe their head coach is saying right now, hey, you've got to call that both ways.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. Down to about the 22 here.
74 yards rushing for him now to this point.
At this stage of the game, with the score where it is, the key here is stay in bounds, and he did just that. Not by a huge margin, but he stayed in.
And those come up in what we like to call winning edge meetings. The things that you have to do, late game situations, kicking situations, doesn't matter what it is, the things you have to do to win a game, and that comes up in that meeting, then you practice it, you've got to be happy to see it executed, being able to stay in bounds and work the clock.
Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. It'll be a minimum pickup, and it will take us to the 2-minute warning. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So the Steelers with the football as we get you reset. They've got a 2nd down now as they search for a way to get this one to the finish line. On 2nd down now, it's Peters, and he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. It's 1st and goal, and a late touchdown at this stage could officially salt this one away.
Going for the knockout punch. They'll try and run.
Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. Second and goal from inside the 5.
And they'll run on the inside handoff.
Now the Packers going to burn their 3rd and final timeout. as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, 3rd and goal. They'll set up to throw. And this is caught. And that could seal it. It's a touchdown.
So, Charles, they had him double covered in the end zone. It still was not enough.
I wonder if they're thinking to themselves now, 2 didn't work. Do we go for 3 guys on him next time? Because he fought through all that extra attention, got himself into a great position where his quarterback felt confident enough to challenge the coverage and threw it his way. What a big-time play right there, both by the quarterback trusting him and by...
And now before we get to the extra point, remember all touchdowns do have to be confirmed by the replay official. They're taking a peek at whether or not those feet were in bounds, and obviously a big call here in the end zone.
And not just the feet. How about the hands? How is the ball possessed while the feet are hopefully getting down in bounds? That's what they're trying to look at to see if it all comes together.
Touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right.
Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead now stands at 13. A 10-play drive that time, and it ends with the Steelers finding the end zone. Here's the Steelers kick team as they'll boot this one away. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. So the Packers down by 13, a minute 40 remaining. Their long win streak in great peril as they come up 1st and 10.
Here we go.
32. To throw is Ross. Throwing to start the drive. The clock rolls as the Packers look to hurry things up.
And this throw incomplete. And the defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to 3rd down.
Operating from the gun, Ross. And that's caught inside the 35. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. It's complete.
Here's 1st and 10.
Again, he'll drop to throw. And they're going to get him. He's sacked back around the 28.
They'll come up now. This is 2nd and long.
Going right side here, and that's complete.
Charles, we were treated to an excellent game today, capped off by that second-half comeback. This was a joy to watch.
Entertaining for us, not so much to the team who led at halftime and now is leaving here, knowing that they let a win slip through their fingers. Tough one for them to carry home.
So for the Steelers,
they finish oh so close to perfection in the regular season, but this win in the final weekend gives them a final mark of 16-1.
And now they'll have the week off as they get set to go after a Super Bowl title. Meanwhile, for the Packers,
they wanted desperately to finish above 500, but that will not happen as it is an 8-9 season in the end.
and they can take solace in the fact that this team never quit all the way to the end. So that'll do it for my partner, Charles Davis, and the best darn crew in the industry. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports.
The Steelers earn the win at home as we say so long from Pittsburgh.